Hello everyone, this is Ladders and Sklay. Welcome back to Spiral Knights Impractical on a long, cold, dank, fiendish road with cats in it because cats and fiends go good together. And I just loaded into the game, so things are going to be all weird for probably this first area. We're just back doing this level again because it seems like a thing. Yes, I'm coming down with a cold, it's awful. But I totally shielded that. Alright. So, wanted to make it. Oh my gosh. Wanted to make the Howlets, or the Gorgo took a bunch of damage though. The Waster is what that specific one is called. Of all the monster names, I know the Gorgo's the least. Wanted to make something clear that I extremely misspoke and have clarified in the past, but want to re-clarify. I said we were going to do some tests with statuses on armor. Statuses on armor does not, as I said previously on this Fiend run, this is the daily mission in Tier 2. I should upgrade to Tier 3 at some point. Well, the mission, not the actual Knight. I'm never leaving Knight Elite. But hey. Ugh. I am two-shotting these due to my damage bonus ultra, by the way. So that's good. Black Cat Cow, Snarblacks. And I said that the armor, the statuses, resistances that the armor offers helps with taking damage. If you get hit by a poisoned enemy, you'll take less damage if you have poison resistance. That's actually not inherently true by itself. I mean, with poison it is kind of true because you are taking more damage because you are poisoned for more, and the stronger the poison that's dealt to you, I really don't want to charge this. The more poison that's dealt to you, obviously the more damage you're going to take, up to 50% extra damage, or up to 25%, pardon me. Okay, this room's always weird, trying to get the enemies to spawn. You have to go down, the trigger's down there. I don't like this room, so we're going to try and add some extra damage into the mix and get rid of that. Oh, get rid of that guy. Well, it won't do any good if I don't actually hit him before the spikes go away. Oh well. Brought the Silkwings back. You can draw Silkwings to where you'd like them to. I could have shot at one of the Howlitzers, and I would have if it was a different enemy, because that would have drawn the Silkwings away. But the Howlitzer would have started shooting at me, and that's not desirable either. I'm not a fan of that. So we will save our... Whoops. Save our health vial that I would otherwise happily use, simply because we want to wait till we get to lower health. Once you get within Sonic mode, use a health pill, assuming you're in a good position for it, to get back out of Sonic mode, which is where you're left with specifically 1 pip of health. And then, because that's what the game does, it leaves you with a single pip of health, as I'm sure you will see in this run. I really don't want to go back down, to be completely honest. Also, Warhammer is probably... Warhammer in open areas using auto-target, where you can hold shift, I believe, by default, and toggle your auto-target on. Oh, good. And you will lock onto them, and then dash into them, like you do in PvP, where you get all that extra damage. And that will help to deal most of their health, as you're seeing. Blitz Needle. Such a silly weapon. I am curious to see if it gets changed or not in the next update. If you're in a narrow choke point, obviously, no, not what I wanted. Blitz charging in narrow choke points, because of the power of the Blitz, is actually not bad either. These are the actual Gorgos, by the way. They're all part of the Gorgo family, but as you can see when I hit shift there, that's the only one that's called a Gorgo. And they do hit through barriers, apparently. I was just about to ask that. And their reach is ridiculously long, and awful things like that. Gorgos, some of the worst enemies in the game. So maybe not the worst. I'd have to think about what the worst is, but they're definitely up there. I'm cool with that. Alright, let's go. Now, Crest of Owlmire is not going to help me more than the actual defense. The Crest of Owlmire, I should have honestly brought a Barbarous Thorn Shield, because then, and we've talked about this before, but shield status gets diverted into the actual damage that the shield takes. In other words, if I'm hit with a poisoned attack, all that poison just goes straight into my shield's defense and takes down a lot more of it than it would otherwise. And because the Crest of Owlmire, well, because all of the shields, the defense varies by about 14% of the shield's health, which doesn't usually confer to a full swing, so you don't... Whoa, that was just lag, random. Come here. Because 14% usually means I'll take, say, 3 bites from Gorgos either way, a Barbarous Thorn Shield, and a... I mean, all told, it adds up to about 45%, because we're, yes, 15 plus 15 plus 15. But even so, hopefully you're not taking all 3 hits all at once from a Gorgo. Bombs deal elemental damage, so that's good. Unless you're in a room with a bunch of beasts, then it's useless. Can I hit that? Not with him around. I hit this guy with it somehow. Bombs have weird behavior sometimes. Anyway, Barbarous Thorn Shield would have at least given me the sword damage bonus maximum, which actually probably wouldn't do anything because I'd still be killing most enemies in 2 swings or 3 swings, as the case may be. Either way, and damage bonus, trying to stack damage bonus, unless it actually reduces the number of swings you have to take by 1, it's not actually generally worth it. Even on big tanky enemies, it's not generally worth it. Not if you have other alternatives. Ah, you dodgy fellow. Get out of there. I did not mean to triple swing. I like how they call it double swinging when you triple swing. When someone brandishes in lockdown and then they say, oh look, he's double swinging with 3 swings. Yeah. Makes sense to me, right? Okay. Yes, tier 2. It's what it is. Very much more dodgeable than tier 3. I will do levels in tier 3 as I have and desire to continue to do, but as it is, simple dodging in... Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. Go, and then step in, and then auto-target, and the same guy in the same position still dodges. And the Gorgo almost all healed. Auto-target, you see the name pop up. The name will not pop up unless you're auto-targeting, of course, so that is how you know. I am not auto-targeted, and now I am. Not, and it'll go away. Am, not. Okay, enough for that. I thought that button was going to hit me. I tried to press my dash, which is why I was walking towards that bullet, but I guess my dash wasn't recharged, so... Warhammer also excellent against any stationary enemies, which includes shocked enemies, because the shock spasms will lock your enemies in place. Are you dead? Almost. Go down. Just for kicks and giggles. Oh, I'm poisoned. That's why I'm like, why is my sword suddenly doing less damage? Interestingly enough, those little Devilites and Gorgos deal the same amount of damage, from what I can tell. When they get upgraded to Overtimers, they deal even more damage, which is honestly kind of dumb in my opinion. That's kind of awful that that would ever happen, but it does happen. And Gorgos, from the last test that we did where I was clarifying Chalk's, the information on Chalk's run, where we were still finding fiends. We fight fiends a lot on here. We should go for a different monster family. Do I want those turrets back there? Ooh, lagging. Oh, wonderful. Go ahead, dodge. It's alright. I have my shotgun of death. That's just such a strong, overpowered gun, my goodness. Alright, do that. Best way to aim pots, people have problems aiming pots for some reason, is just click on where you want to shoot. And make sure the pot's not going to clip on anything. Just click on the ghost block. That's what they're called, ghost blocks. Did he just try and shoot me? Come here, you. You jerk. Ugh. Alright, there we go. Do I want that stuff? By the rules of the way I play the game, yes. Do I really need them? It's a scrap metal and a bunch of heat that I'm not heating anything with, so absolutely not, no. Check here, there's sometimes prize boxes. Freeze. Do I have a shield that gives freeze resistance? Because... I'm not actually sure. Come on, elevator, do something. Come on, elevator, do something. It's a heart. I love you too, game. I love you too. Alright. Let's move on. Pardon me. Being ill is not fun. playing Spiral Knights is, though, so that's what we'll be doing. Should we do something weird for this? Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's just find something fun to do, because this is too mainstream. We'll change all of our weapons to something else. Let's do Combustor, and we will do the Blight. I call it the Blitz, and I'm just really bad about that, because it's not a Blitz. It's definitely a Blight. I don't think there's another weapon that I'd rather use. I don't think there's a third weapon I would use, so let's go ahead and... What is Fiend's resistance to fire? That's a super good question. I have my papers right here. Please give me just a second and let me take a look. What is Fiend's resistance to fire? Oh, they have a 5. Okay, let's not fire them. And we can't quite freeze them because we talked about that already before, and how freezing is kind of bad. Alright, and actually, I forgot to check. I don't actually think I have a shield with freeze resistance at all. I don't. Okay, well in that case, we will go with that. No, we don't need the damage bonus. I'm going to say yes, use the damage bonus, just in case if this sword... I don't know. We'll see if it makes it a 2-hit kill. I kind of doubt it. Nope. Just shy. By the way, damage bonus and charge time... Oh my goodness. Charge time reduction and things like that don't seem to... As far as I can tell, and as far as we can tell, I suppose, it doesn't stack above medium, or above medium, above maximum. So once you've... Okay, you should be less dodgy now because you're stuck. And I'm still getting just shot. Oh yeah. 1 tick of shock damage should, like, reduce this to a 2-swing kill. I imagine. They actually lose a lot of health, so that's cool. I was saying something and I've just completely lost off the top of my head. So instead, we will talk about these weapons. Combustor, of course, one of the 5-star versions of the brandishes, deals a chance of strong fire, and by that I mean it usually charges. I stepped in there. You're supposed to stay back until the spikes are ready, and then immediately run through like this to give these guys the least amount of time to hang out together and do things. As it is. Nice, dude. Alright, Voltaic Tempest, 5-star version of the static capacitor, I believe is what it's called. It deals the shock status, as you can see, which causes enemies to spasm randomly. It is randomly. You shock 2 enemies at the same time. They will not continue to spasm at the same time. It varies. And it leaves a haze that deals a 0 status, so a 0 minus whatever Fiend's resistance to shock is, well, Devlight specifically, which I actually don't know the number. It's hard to tell because shock's kind of weird, because it's just so random. We will throw it in there though and try and get some damage in, because it is alright damage output, not in any way the best, but it works where it needs to work. Poison actually does affect shock damage. Poison will increase the amount of shock damage that enemies take. So that is actually something worthy of note. Let's find a healthy enemy and try it. Well, you need to be healthy, or poisoned rather. Oh, now you're dead. Okay. Where did you guys come from? You decide to be helpful? Oh, no. Charge the bomb. He's gonna get him poisoned, isn't he? Nope, they're gonna knock him out of the way. Great. Okay, so he's taking how much? 12? And he's taking... Oh, come on. Poison. There you go. How much are you gonna take? 13. So it increases by 1. Which means that if it's the difference between a swing where your opponent is gonna take, I don't know, 5 less health, that will make the difference between a 1 and a 2-hit kill. Totally worth it. I actually didn't know how much it was, so that's kind of good to know. Oh, poison at the very end. I just want the poison to make the sword swinging go faster. Of course, what poison does is it reduces the amount of damage dealt by up to 25%, and the... I'm saying it backwards again. Reduces the amount of damage that you deal by up to 50%, and the amount of damage that you take by up to 25%. So, it's a good... My sounds, are they just up, or is it just me? It might just be me. It's just me. Like, all these Devilites smashing is loud. Lagalicious. Come on, game. Come on, game. There we go. Yeah, it was loading that spark of life for me. It was like, should we give it to him? Yeah, let's give it to him, and I'll say thank you for that. Oh, and the chills of an oncoming fever. Wonderful. Okay. Once again, Combustor dealing strong +4 fire on fiends, which have a +5 resistance to fire, which means that they take a -1. Now, fire has this thing, and if you listen to the Arsenal podcast, we just talked about this, actually. Fire has this thing where once you get below -1 strength, the time that you're on fire goes down enough for you to be... I stood right there for that one. You take one less tick of fire damage, and each tick is what... Remember when you take a blip of fire, and that's what causes the fire damage? You take one less when you get outside of -1 status because the time is less. And all fiends, because you're dealing +4 fire... minus the +5 that they have, so +4 minus +5 is -1. That means they're taking a full tick less than than you'd expect from a normal enemy, which is actually a significant amount. It reduces the damage that they take by up to 25%. So it's actually a very good number, and it's not worth your while to... Whoa! I saw that guy swinging. It's not generally worth your while to start lighting fiends on fire. Also, they're going to be taking significantly less damage because of the fact that they're resistant. Now, why they're resistant? Because they get fired pretty easily. You know. So, why they wouldn't get fired, not sure, but hey, don't question the game, just play it, right? Yeah, these guys are just loud today. I don't know what's up. They will try and equalize the number of pit bosses and other devlights on the field, it seems, up until there's not enough left. So if we kill this guy, one of them should downgrade. Or maybe they won't. If we kill one of you, they all go down. Okay, well, I cannot explain the logic of that, to be honest. That's not what I was expecting. But I can deal. This is actually the easiest final room, and I'm very thankful for it. I'm happy with that. It is the most straightforward of all the rooms. You can get another circular spike room, and that's kind of awful and undesirable and disgusting and all sorts of other things. Use the health, and let's get out of here. In certain fiend levels, i.e. that one depth, you know, that has the Stygian steeds, it has the pre-made fiend levels, there's Vitapods behind some of the buildings behind some of these, so never in these levels, but in that specific one you can get a level that has those. Maybe I'll try and go there sometime when we're over some of this fiend stuff and we've done some other things. That said, I do have some challenges and I've been meaning to do them. I kind of don't have the time, and that's why this is a quicker or not quick, obviously, run. Levels can take between 5 and 10 minutes per level for me, generally. That's how long I spend, which is a lot of my life wasted, yeah, I'll admit. Come on, Sokwang, come here and do nothing. Oh, I missed. Of course, fire is excellent for proccing and spreading all forms of the quills, including the, what's the other one? The vengeful? Not the vengeful, the virulent? What's the one that causes the spikes to explode? I'm not sure. Everyone downgrades? Not yet. Okay. I don't know where the other fiends are. You. What are you doing, man? Yeah, that is a 3-hit kill, so that's good. That is a 2-hit kill, mainly just because I swung with the 3rd. Hi, guy. Let's get some shock in here, why not? Oh, come on. What are you doing, man? Shock on Trojans. It will interrupt some of their, you saw him right there, his dash stopped. He was about to dash and he stopped. So that is good. It will not stop those attacks as far as I can tell. But, yeah, he's going to keep going and keep doing that no matter what. But see him turning and he's like getting his turns interrupted? That has something to do with the shock as well. Let's just observe this behavior. He's not facing in any particular direction because he's shocked. I want to see if these little guys are going to take care of him all by themselves. Them and shock damage. Mainly shock damage, not the little guys, but... He keeps doing the attack up thing to knock the little guys away. But because the little guys are touching him, and shock can be conferred when shock ticks and it zaps, it will spread. It can spread to other enemies, including as well as break blocks. And trigger explosives and all that kind of stuff. So, whoa, okay, I'm just losing a lot of health to this guy. Losing more health. I thought I had my shield up. I guess not. Okay, you're almost dead, so we'll take care of you first. Oh, and I dealt the final blow. My apologies. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, these guys were shocked, so they couldn't even be knocked away by the Trojan who was shocked and trying to knock them away. It was a beautiful cacophony of zaps. And shocked is my favorite status, by the way, in case you were wondering. And that's that. Blight Needle, I need to get to 5-star. I just don't have the fire crystals for it. Fact of the matter, I don't have enough time to play and get them. But, I don't know. Got the American Thanksgiving holiday. The U.S., my apologies, everyone in North and South America is American. The U.S. holiday of Thanksgiving, and I have a week off then. So maybe we'll try and get some stuff done then. 3K, that's solid. That is really good. I don't know why it varies so much. I can get as low as 1.8, as high as about 3.5 on any daily mission. It's kind of weird, to be completely honest. I don't know what determines that. But hey, challenges that you guys have suggested, thank you for them, and they will be coming your way as soon as I can find the time to make them interesting and determine some stuff. I really like what you guys have suggested and stuff. Keep throwing me things. If you come up with a cool name or a cool concept, go ahead or something completely painful, let me know. I will be happy to try anything so long as it isn't ramen noodles slathered in chocolate, deep fried until they're burnt, and then that has nothing to do with Spawnites anyways, so why would we even talk about it? Not sure. I'm trying to see what my crown count is, and lagging horribly. Let's see. Check the conversion rate, because I'm just curious. Where is it? Is it tanking yet? It's going down. It was at 9K, and now it's falling fast. Get rid of your energy. You're not going to see this video by the time this comes out. It's just, sorry. This video is going to be out probably a week after I record it, but hey. That's been that. Definitely leave those challenges for me. Let me know what I should be doing, not doing. Appreciate all the feedback, all the encouragement. You guys are helpful. Hopefully you enjoy what we've been doing. We got more projects in the works, so thank you for watching, and until next time, have a good one. Woohoo!